The office lights were fading, one floor at a time, leaving only scattered windows still awake against the sky. The elevator counted softly, every number on its way, until the lobby opened to another quiet night. You stood outside with your hands inside your coat, watching yellow taxis slide through shining streets. The day had finally ended, but somehow neither of us wanted to go home just yet. Cities never truly sleep, they simply whisper more gently. After midnight, when the city sleeps, the stars come down below, living in 1,000 windows, softly all aglow. Every streetlight keeps a promise through the dark, guiding tired dreamers back to where they are. Two quiet hearts to hear each other without speaking much. We crossed the empty avenue as the signal turned to white. The bakery on the corner was preparing morning bread. Warm butter filled the air long before the dawn arrived. You smiled. This hour, the city's still awake, but it finally remembers how to breathe. A newspaper rolled onto someone's front step. A cyclist passed with headphones on. A janitor whistled gently while watering flowers outside an old hotel. Nothing extraordinary, yet everything felt beautifully alive. You reached for my hand, not because you needed it, because it simply belonged there. The loudest places can become the quietest when shared with the right person. When the city sleeps, its heartbeat slows with ours. Neon signs become a field of quiet stars. Every empty sidewalk carries yesterday away, making room for little hopes tomorrow plans to say. When the city sleeps, I never feel alone. Every mile beside you already feels like home. People spend their whole life searching for peaceful places. We found ours, walking slowly between traffic lights, late night cafés, closed bookstores and streets. Most people were too busy to notice. When the city sleeps, I'll always think of this: the cool night air, the sound of distant quietly reminded me that happiness sometimes waits after everyone else has gone home. The station wore its midnight coat, its marble floors reflecting light. A vending machine hummed alone, keeping company with the quiet. The final departures glowed across the board, changing one destination after another. Couple hurried, laughing as the doors closed. An old conductor checked his pocket watch with the same careful rhythm he trusted for decades. You leaned against my shoulder, watching everything without saying a word. Some places teach us patience, train stations teach us how every meeting and every goodbye shares the same platform. Last train home, rolling through the night, carrying sleepy windows filled with little lights. Every mile ahead feels lighter than before, because no matter where we go, we're together. More and more. Last train home, slow enough to see how love can turn a simple ride into a memory. We found two empty seats beside the rain streaked glass. The city drifted backward, building after building, until bright towers became scattered stars. You rested your head against the window, I watched your reflection instead of the view. Somewhere between two quiet stations, you reached inside your bag and handed me a small paper sack. Inside a warm sweet bun from the bakery we passed earlier. You skipped dinner, you whispered, I remembered. It wasn't expensive, it wasn't planned, yet nothing could have felt more generous. The kindest people notice the things you forget about yourself. Last train home, the tracks begin to sing, every steady rhythm holding everything. Streetlights disappear, morning settled over downtown like silk across the streets. Every puddle borrowed colors from the glowing signs above. A record store was closing for the night. The owner flipped the sign, turned the key, and waved goodbye to no one in particular. We kept walking, our reflections stretching across the wet pavement, as though another pair were following behind us. You looked up and left. The sky forgot to turn off its lights. Some nights don't ask to be remembered. They simply become impossible to forget. Under neon skies, the city learned to shine. Not because the stars were gone, but because we gave it time. Every color found a place upon the rain, turning quiet avenues into living watercolor dreams. Under neon skies, nothing felt too far. Even silence glowed like another little star. A tiny noodle shop still welcomes strangers, with warm windows and the smell of ginger inside. Three friends shared one bowl, laughing louder than the empty streets outside. You ordered jasmine tea, I chose hot broth that warmed my hands long before it warmed my heart. When the owner placed the bowls before us, he smiled. You two look like you've been walking for hours, you answered. We forgot what time it was. He nodded knowingly. The best evenings usually begin that way. We carried those words long after we left. Not every destination needs planning. Some of the finest memories begin with one more turn down an unfamiliar street. Under neon skies, the rain became our song. Traffic lights kept changing, yet we never felt lost. Every glowing window held another light, reminding us how beautiful a city can be at night. Under neon skies, your hand found mine again. Simple as breathing, natural as the rain. We stopped outside a music shop. Old speakers played a slow soul record into the empty sidewalk. No audience, no applause, just one forgotten melody keeping the night company. Without thinking, you began to sway. I smiled, stepped closer, and for one quiet minute, the whole city felt like our living room. Under neon skies, morning waited patiently, never asking us to hurry. The rain grew lighter, the streets grew quieter. Storefront lights began disappearing driver asked politely, "Where are you heading tonight?" You looked at me, waiting for an answer. I smiled and said, "Let's take the long way." He nodded, turning down the radio until only soft piano filled the silence outside. Traffic lights painted red and amber ribbons across the rain-soaked glass. The city slipped by without asking where we'd been, only where we hoped to arrive. Some journeys don't become special because they're short, they become unforgettable because no one is watching the clock. Taxi after midnight, rolling through the rain. Every passing window calling out our names. Streetlights on your face glowed like golden fire, turning every quiet mile into one more small desire. Taxi after midnight, no destination rushed. Sometimes love grows loudest when the whole world falls hushed. We crossed the old river bridge, water below carried reflections of towers still awake. A ferry drifted slowly, leaving silver lines across the dark. You traced little circles on the foggy window with your fingertip, not words, not pictures, just absent-minded patterns while telling me about your first apartment. The ceiling leaked, you laughed, the heater barely worked, but somehow it still felt like home. I understood home has never depended on perfect walls, only on who waits inside them. Luxury fades, fashion changes, but simple evenings shared with the right heart never grow old. Taxi after midnight, the meter keeps its pace, yet time feels slower when I'm looking at your face. Every quiet intersection, every gentle turn leaves another memory for tomorrow to return. Taxi after midnight, nothing left to prove, just two hearts discovering how peaceful love can move. The driver stopped at a red light. A stray cat crossed the empty street. Somewhere a bakery switched on its lights. Morning was already preparing itself long before anyone noticed. Taxi after midnight, we finally reached your door. The driver smiled before pulling away. Take care of each other, he said, such ordinary words, yet somehow they stayed with me long after the taillights disappeared. I watched you walk up the steps, you turned, waved once, and the whole street felt warmer than it had just moments before. Maybe the ride was never about getting somewhere. Maybe it was simply One more beautiful excuse to spend a little longer beside you. Taxi after midnight. The bridge stretched out before us, quiet beneath the moon. Silver ripples gathered softly where the river kissed the shore. Across the water, thousands of windows glowed like tiny lanterns, floating without moving. You rested both your arms upon the railing, watching reflections break apart, then find themselves again. I wonder, you whispered, how many stories are awake tonight? Every light behind a window belongs to someone. Still hoping, still dreaming, still waiting for tomorrow. The lights across the river shine brighter in the dark. Every golden reflection finds its way into my heart. Though they're far away, they never seem too far. Love has always measured distance differently than stars. The lights across the river teach me quietly, sometimes the brightest things are simply meant to be seen, not held. A street musician played an old saxophone near the foot of the bridge. The melody drifted across the water, slow enough for the breeze to carry every note. A young boy stopped beside him, dropped 2 coins into the open case, then danced for only a moment before running back to his parents. The musician smiled without missing a note. You lean closer, I hope we never become too busy to notice little moments like that. I answered with a quiet nod. Some promises never need a spoken reply. Life rarely changes. In one grand moment it changes, one small kindness at a time. The lights across the river ripple through the night, turning moving water into scattered lines of light. Every silent current carries something new. Every gentle evening brings me back to you. The lights across the river never ask for praise. They simply keep on shining in their quiet, faithful way. We stayed long after the music ended. The benches emptied, the bicycles disappeared. Even the breeze seemed ready to rest. Still, Neither of us suggested leaving, because some nights deserve just one more minute. The lights across the river will still be glowing long after we've gone home. Someone else will stand upon this bridge. Someone else will wonder about the lights behind those windows. I hope they find what we found. Not answers, not certainty, just the quiet comfort of standing beside someone who makes even an ordinary skyline feel unforgettable. The diner never closed, not even after midnight. Its windows glowed like little promises along an empty street. The waitress smiled, already reaching for 2 menus. You came back as though she'd been expecting this quiet reunion all evening long. We chose the booth beside the window, where raindrops trace slow rivers across the glass. Outside, the city hurried less. Inside, time almost stopped. There are places that remember your name, not because you visit often, because you always leave a little happier than you arrived. A table for two at 2 in the morning, where coffee stays warm and conversations linger. The world keeps turning, but not inside this room. Tonight, the clock belongs to me and you. A table for two, nothing more to prove. Just another quiet evening falling into view. You ordered pancakes even though breakfast was still hours away. I've never believed food should follow clocks. You laughed. The cook overheard, raised his coffee mug in quiet agreement. A jazz record played somewhere behind the counter, its gentle melody blended with the rain. The soft hiss of fresh coffee and the distant sound of tires meeting wet pavement. You reached across the table to straighten my crooked collar. Such a tiny gesture, yet somehow it made the whole night feel warmer. Real affection rarely announces itself. It arrives disguised as small habits, repeated with love. Table for two, where stories slowly bloom. Every laugh finds another reason to echo through the room. Outside, the neon flickers inside. simple words enough to make the evening last a little longer. We stay talking about old songs, future trips, books we still wanted to read, dreams that didn't need to happen quickly. Tonight the city can't wait, 'cause somewhere between warm coffee, soft jazz, rainy windows, and your gentle smile, I realize that happiness doesn't always arrive in extraordinary places. Sometimes it quietly reserves a little booth for two. Silver on the streets, streetlights stretched across the pavement, long enough to touch our feet. We wandered without purpose, past bookstores closed for hours, flower stands wrapped in canvas, and cafés cleaning chairs. Neither of us suggested turning back. The night still had a little more to give. Our shadows walked before us, meeting first at every corner. Funny how the light behind us can bring us closer together. Your shadow beside mine, moving with the night, two quiet silhouettes painted by the city lights. No promises spoken, no need to explain. Every step together said much more than names. Your shadow beside mine, long across the ground. Somehow even silence had the sweetest sound. We passed an old movie theater, its final showing had already begun. Only the glowing marquee remained awake, scattering warm colors across the sidewalk. A man swept fallen leaves outside the entrance. He paused, smiled at us, then returned to his quiet rhythm. You slipped your hands into your pockets. The city's different after midnight, he said. It feels like everyone left behind is taking better care of each other. I looked around, a taxi stopped for an elderly woman. A cyclist helped someone pick up dropped groceries. A security guard held the door for a delivery driver. Maybe you were right, maybe kindness simply becomes easier to notice when everything else gets quieter. scene, turning ordinary evenings into something in between. A memory, a dream, a place I've always been. The wind carried the scent of fresh bread from a bakery preparing for dawn. Morning was quietly arriving, yet the stars still refused to leave. Perhaps they wanted one more walk with us. Your shadow beside mine, that's how I remember this peaceful night. Not because something extraordinary happened, nothing did. We simply walked, shared stories, stopped to admire a sleeping city, and let time forget about us. Years from now, I may not remember every conversation, but I'll remember two shadows growing longer under golden streetlights, always finding the same direction together. Another evening found us on familiar city streets. The sidewalks held the echoes of 1,000 passing feet. Storefronts dimmed their windows, the florist locked the door. Only one little bookstore still welcomed late night dreamers. You paused beside the window, smiling at a worn out novel. I read this years ago, you whispered. I never returned it, I bought my own copy instead. Some stories you said deserve to stay. Maybe that's why we keep walking the same streets. Not because they never change, because they remember us. Another walk downtown, nothing left to chase. Every quiet corner wears a familiar face. The city slows its breathing while the midnight sky looks down. Somewhere love keeps growing on another walk downtown. Another walk downtown, no reason to pretend. The longest roads always feel shorter when they never have to end. A violin floated gently from beneath the old stone bridge. Musician played for no one except the night itself. His open case held only a few coins. You walked over, dropped in a folded bill, then thanked him before he could thank you. He simply nodded, still playing as we walked away. The melody followed us for another block, not loudly, just enough to become part of the evening. You looked at me, I think music knows goes where it's needed. I smiled, so do kind people. Neither of us said anything more. There wasn't anything left to improve. Some conversations continue even after the words have ended. Another walk, downtown streetlights lead the way. Every glowing window greets another day. Coffee drifting through the air, a train beyond the square. The whole city feels alive simply because you're there. Another walk downtown, gentle as the breeze, turning ordinary moments into lifelong memories. We crossed the final intersection. The signal counted backward. 5, 4, 3. You laughed and pulled my hand. We made it just before the light changed. Breathing harder, laughing louder, feeling younger than the clock would ever admit. Another walk downtown. We'll probably take this same route again someday. We'll pass the same cafe, wave to the same night guard, hear another musician playing another song. Yet every evening will become its own story, because no street is ever truly the same when you're walking it with someone who still finds new reasons to smile. The avenue below us still shimmered after 2. Cars became tiny fireflies floating through the blue. Across the skyline, countless windows refused to fall asleep. Some framed a family dinner, though the hour had grown late. Some held quiet readers, curled beneath warm lamps. Others glowed around a lone musician, practicing one gentle melody again and again. You rested on the balcony, holding a mug between your hands. The steam disappeared into the cool night air. Every light behind the glass belongs to a different story. Yet somehow tonight they all feel connected. Windows still awake, keeping dreams alive. Little squares of golden light against the midnight sky. Every silent room carries hope unseen. Somewhere someone else is wishing for the very things we dream. Windows still awake, teaching me to see no one ever walks completely alone through this city. A train whispered beyond the rooftops, its distant rhythm blended softly with the breeze. You pointed toward an apartment near the river. See that kitchen light? I nodded. I wonder if someone's baking for tomorrow. The thought made me smile. Maybe somewhere fresh bread was rising slowly. Maybe someone was writing a birthday card. Maybe another couple was sitting on another balcony, watching our window glow in return. The city had become a conversation without voices. Sometimes the greatest comfort comes from realizing life continues beautifully beyond our own walls. Windows still awake like stars beneath the clouds. Every glowing frame whispers softly, keep believing now. The skyline keeps its gentle rhythm steady through the night. Every tiny window adds another piece of light. The wind turned cooler, you stepped closer, resting your head against my shoulder. Neither of us reached for our phones. The moment didn't need a photograph. Some memories choose to live only in the heart. Windows still awake, one by one, the lights began to disappear. Morning was quietly making its way across the horizon. Still, a handful remain, like people holding on to one last conversation before sleep. I watched the final window go dark, then looked at you smiling. Some lights eventually fade, but the ones we leave inside each other can brighten a lifetime. Blue streetlights line the avenue, casting quiet circles across the empty road. The rain had disappeared, leaving only reflections to remember where it had been. A newspaper drifted along the sidewalk, moving wherever the wind decided. You wrapped your scarf a little tighter. I offered my jacket, you laughed, then took my hand instead. I'll borrow this, you smiled. It feels warmer. Some nights become unforgettable, not because of where they lead, but because no one wanted them to end. Blue streetlights shining soft and slow, turning every quiet mile into a gentle glow. Every step beside beside you feels lighter than before. Love doesn't ask for fireworks, only one more door. Blue streetlights guiding us tonight. Even empty streets can sparkle with enough light. A convenience store still welcomed strangers. Its bell rang softly as we stepped inside. An old refrigerator hummed in the corner. Shelves stood neatly, waiting for tomorrow. You picked up 2 bottles of water, a chocolate bar, then quietly added my favorite cookies. I remembered you said, I smiled, you always do. Outside, the cashier waved through the window, such ordinary kindness, yet somehow it made the whole neighborhood feel like family. The world grows smaller every time someone remembers the little things about you. Blue streetlights watching from above, painting silver outlines around everyday love. Every peaceful silence carries something true. Even without speaking, I always understand you. Blue streetlights steady through the rain, keeping little promises again and again. The wind carried a familiar song from someone's apartment high above the street. It wasn't loud, only enough to remind us that somewhere another evening was unfolding just as gently as ours. Blue streetlights will probably pass this same corner many years from now. Perhaps the buildings will look different. Perhaps the cafés will change their names. But I know I'll still remember the night you chose to hold my hand instead of my jacket. Because love has never lived inside grand gestures. It quietly shines like blue streetlights, patient, faithful, always waiting to guide us home. The night had grown familiar, like an old song played again. Storefronts wore their sleeping faces, waiting for another day. Our conversation wandered without needing a destination. One story led to another, just as the streets kept leading us farther from the noise. You checked your watch, then slipped it back. It's still early, you smiled. The morning was only hours away. Some journeys last longer because no one wants to be the first to say goodbye. One more mile together, just a little farther on. Every step beside you makes the night feel young. No finish line ahead, no reason to pretend. Sometimes all we ever need is one more mile, my friend. One more mile together under patient skies. Love doesn't count the distance, it treasures every stride. A newspaper stand waited quietly at the corner. Tomorrow's headlines were already stacked, still wrapped in neat bundles. A delivery truck stopped outside the bakery. Fresh bread found the sidewalk before sunrise did. The driver greeted the baker by name. They laughed about something ordinary. For a moment the whole city felt like neighbors looking after one another. You lean closer, I hope we never lose the joy of simple things. I nodded, we won't, as long as we keep noticing them. The heart grows richer not by collecting more, but by appreciating what already walks beside it. One more mile together past the sleeping stores. Every quiet corner opens hidden doors. The moon above us keeps a steady light, helping every tired soul find comfort in the night. One more mile together, nothing left to chase. The greatest gift is simply knowing who will match your pace. We reached a little park surrounded by tall trees. The swings moved gently in the breeze. No children, no voices, only leaves whispering softly. You sat on the empty bench, I joined you. Neither of us felt the need to fill the silence. Some moments already speak perfectly. Cafés may become apartments. The old bakery may close its doors, but I believe we'll still remember this peaceful walk. Not because it changed our lives, because it reminded us that happiness rarely waits at the end of the journey. It quietly appears. One more mile, one more conversation, one more shared smile at a time. The sky had started changing long before we noticed. Black slowly became navy, then softened into blue. Streetlights still held on, refusing to surrender their quiet little glow. The sidewalks, empty just an hour before, now welcomed the first early footsteps of another day. You look toward the horizon, so this is where the night goes. I smiled. Maybe it never leaves. Maybe it simply becomes morning. Every sunrise is yesterday, learning how to begin again. the sunrise comes, stay here just a while. Let the fading moon borrow one more smile. Every quiet moment has its place to be. Morning doesn't hurry, but the night still needs to see. Before the sunrise comes, hold my hand once more. The world can wait outside this peaceful door. The cafe owner unlocked the front entrance. Fresh coffee met the cool air, carrying its warmth across the block. A cyclist stopped for breakfast. A florist uncovered buckets of white lilies. A delivery driver stacked newspapers outside the corner store. The city was stretching slowly, like someone waking from a beautiful dream. You watched a little sparrow land upon a park bench. I've never seen the morning arrive this quietly. Neither had I, perhaps. We had always been asleep. Before it happened, the most beautiful beginnings rarely arrive with applause. They simply appear softly, patiently, right on time. Before the sunrise comes, the stars still linger near, sharing one last conversation before they disappear. Every golden cloud carries something new. Every fresh tomorrow starts with moments just like these, with you. The church bell rang 6 times. Someone opened an apartment window. A child left somewhere nearby. Life was returning, one gentle sound at a time. The city had survived another night. So had we. Before the sunrise comes, it's promise not to rush the beautiful things. Let's notice warm coffee, fresh flowers, open windows, bird song, quiet smiles, and every ordinary miracle we usually overlook, because someday these simple mornings may become the memories we treasure most. The sun finally rose above the rooftops. You turned toward me without saying a word. You smiled, and somehow that felt like the beginning of everything. city's distant heartbeat rose softly through the air. Rows of glowing buildings reached toward the stars, while the moon rested quietly above familiar streets. You leaned against the railing, your hair dancing with the wind. For a while, neither of us spoke. The view already understood everything we couldn't explain. Some conversations don't begin with words, they begin with two people comfortable enough to share the same silence. Quiet rooftop conversation, floating with the breeze. Every little worry drifts away with ease. The skyline keeps listening without making a sound. Love sometimes grows highest above the ground. Nothing left to hide. The whole city shines, yet you're the only light I find. A plane crossed the midnight sky, its tiny blinking lights slowly fading into clouds. Somewhere below, a bus side to a stop, a bicycle bell echoed through the avenue. Someone laughed from a nearby balcony. Life continued without asking to be noticed. You pointed toward a rooftop garden across the street. Tiny lanterns hung between the flowers. I wonder who planted all of that. I smiled, probably someone who believed even cities need a little peace. You nodded, so do people. The world never becomes quieter. We simply learn where to listen. Quiet rooftop conversation where dream climbs another hill. The stars above may fade with dawn, but this gentle moment will quietly carry on. Quiet rooftop conversation, simple, slow, true. The city's skyline feels smaller next to you. The breeze turned cooler. You rested your head against my shoulder. Far below, traffic lights changed colors without anyone watching. The night needed nothing else, neither did we. Skyline, the calm between our words, and the feeling that for one beautiful night the whole city fell silent, just long enough for two hearts to hear each other. Morning settles softly across the wooden floor. Sunlight found the curtains before it reached the door. The kettle hummed gently, filling the little kitchen with quiet warmth. Outside, the city had awakened. Inside, everything still moved at its own peaceful pace. You stood by the window, holding your favorite mug. Golden light rested gently upon your smile. For a moment, the whole apartment felt larger, simply because you were in it. A house can hold furniture, walls, pictures, but only love can make it feel alive. Home is wherever you are, not a street, not a name. It's every little morning that somehow feels the same. Coffee on the table, sunlight through the air. Every ordinary moment becomes beautiful when you're there. Home is wherever you are. That's all I've ever known. The radio played an old soul record while breakfast slowly cooked. You hummed along, missing half the lyrics, creating better ones instead. I laughed, you laughed louder, toast popped from the toaster. The kettle finally rested. A neighbor watered flowers on the next balcony. Someone downstairs whistled happily, walking a golden retriever. The city kept moving, yet inside this room nothing felt hurried. You placed a small note beside my plate. It simply read, "Don't forget to smile today." No signature, none was needed. I'd recognize your kindness anywhere. Love rarely arrives wrapped in grand gestures most days. It quietly waits beside breakfast. Home is wherever you are, even when we roam. Every road feels shorter when we're heading home. Every little habit, every shared routine builds a life far richer than we ever dreamed. Home is wherever you are, steady as the dawn. Even after every difficult night, love keeps carrying on. Years may change the furniture, the curtains, the address, the color of the front door, but I hope one thing never changes: the way you smile every morning before saying good morning. Home is wherever you are. If tomorrow brings another journey, another city, another skyline, we'll find our way, because home is never waited. Inside buildings, it has always lived. Inside shared laughter, warm coffee, patient conversations, gentle mornings, and the quiet certainty that wherever life may lead, The moon grew pale with morning, quietly leaving the sky. The city stretched its shoulders, greeting another sunrise. Streetlights faded one by one, like candles after a celebration. Their work was finally done. The sidewalks welcomed strangers, coffee shops unlocked their doors. The scent of fresh bread drifted across familiar streets once more. You stood beside me, watching daylight find every rooftop. Neither of us felt disappointed. The night had given us everything it promised. Every ending carries a beginning. Morning simply proves the night was worth believing in. Until the morning finds us, let's stay a little while, holding on to quiet moments, holding on to every smile. Every step behind us becomes a gentle song. Love keeps writing new tomorrows all night long. Until the morning finds us, nothing slips away. Every memory becomes another sunrise, waiting for its day. The newspaper boy whistled as he rode by, leaving tomorrow's stories on familiar doorsteps. A florist arranged fresh tulips outside a little shop. Two painters unlocked their studio, laughing over coffee before the first customer arrived. The city wasn't rushing, it was simply beginning again. You looked at me. Do you think we'll remember this night years from now? I answered without hesitation. Not every detail, but we'll remember how it felt. You smiled. I think that's enough. Feelings outlive photographs, kindness outlives time, and love always remembers the way home. Until the morning finds us, the stars may disappear, but everything they witnessed will remain right here. Every laugh we shared, every peaceful mile will quietly become another reason to smile. Until the morning finds us, we'll never truly part, because dawn can never take away what night has placed inside the heart. The sun rose slowly above the skyline. Golden light touched every window we had watched only hours before. The same city, the same streets, yet somehow everything looked brand new. Maybe nothing had changed. Maybe we had. Until the morning finds us. same skyline. And somehow it will all feel different again, because no two nights ever tell the same story. As long as we're together, the city will always have another song, another street, another sunrise waiting for us. Until the morning finds us, I'll keep choosing one more walk, one more conversation, one more quiet night.